Jedi Knights and Sith Lords pretty much exclusively wield lightsabers. But why? It seems obvious that a combination of weapons in your arsenal would enable you to destroy the Jedi and Rebel scum. Not that I'm taking sides or anything, but the bad guys always have the cool shit. In this video on Nerd Explains, I'll tell you why Jedi Knights and Sith Lords should use more than just lightsabers. Let's be clear, lightsabers are awesome and they should definitely continue to be used. But most Jedi and Sith just use a single lightsaber, and the more badass ones choose to dual wield. And then there's the mentally insane with statistically limited lifespans that use the light whip. They typically do have some form of ranged attack, using either a Fus Roda or a Macaulay Culkin. Usually when they do use blasters, it's because they lost their lightsaber. So why is using a single lightsaber a bad move? To answer that, we need to travel to the future in a galaxy far, far away. And if that confused you, I meant back in time to the medieval days. Usage of the sword and shield is very prevalent because it's far more effective than just using a single sword or even dual wielding swords. With a single lightsaber, you have a free hand that's just sitting there doing nothing. And you might say that they keep an arm free to use the Force, but Starkiller didn't have a problem with this. Shields make it very easy to intercept and block an opponent's lightsaber and defend against a wide variety of attacks in general. Most battles are not against other lightsaber wielding enemies. They're against tons of cheap battle droids shooting from a distance. And sure, they can block blaster shots with their plasma popsicles and hold back explosions with their force wind, but it's just not that effective. Think of Wonder Woman blocking bullets with her forearms. It's beyond ridiculous because you have to wave your hands around like a drunk dancing Russian, while someone can just chill there popping shots off at you. The surface area of a lightsaber does not make it great at blocking incoming rounds, let alone two simultaneous blaster shots coming from different directions. Remember in Deadpool when he tries to block bullets that Cable is shooting at him, but he can't block any of them and is just left with 15 holes in his body? Yeah, that's pretty much how it'd go down. The lightsaber physically cannot be in two locations at once, so one of the blaster shots would hit them. It's math and physics, bro. And when Leonidas and the 300 saw the incoming arrows that blocked out the sun, do you think trying to block all the arrows with their swords would have been a feasible strategy? I do not. Also, in the Geonosis battle, the Jedi could have formed a phalanx if they had light shields, and a lot less of them would have died. And come on, fucking Jar Jar Binks, the one true Sith Lord, had the brains to carry a shield. And light shields are not big bulky things that you need to carry around. What was the shield tech that the droidicas had? That would have been insanely useful as well. Seriously, nobody on the High Council thought that maybe including shields that you can shoot out of but not into would have been beneficial? Or shields that would enable you to close the distance with a ranged attacker. Now I actually don't feel bad that Samuel Jackson got tased to death by Grandpa Palpatine. Spears are also much more effective than single sword wielding opponents. Like, a lot more effective.
The universal weapon, you know, the spear. The spear is the greatest weapon in the land.
With his opponent who outreaches him. Will he manage it? Yep. No.
Lindy Beige did a great video breaking down this topic. Who knew that a pokey stick would help you handedly defeat Sith Lords? What else can help? Some form of armor, probably. Jedi and Sith with Mandalorian armor which could shrug off lightsaber strikes would be extremely powerful. And you're telling me Sith Lords don't have access to that shit. They only have rather nice bathrobes. Darth Vader, the head honcho of the Galactic Empire, did not have any when a bounty hunter did. Not only that, but didn't the Chrome Stormtrooper have armor that was made from a starship hull and could block blaster shots too? Literally, Darth Vader's subordinates had better armor than he did. And again, Jar Jar Binks used his shield when nobody else did. Boba Fett had a sick jetpack. So besides the lightsaber thing, everybody including bounty hunters, stormtroopers, and Gungan are better equipped than the Sith and Jedi. So how could we equip Jedi Knights and Sith Lords to be the most lethal warriors in combat? How about a lightsaber with a blaster combo? You can have your hokey religions and ancient weapons, and your blaster too.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
Mel Gibson in The Patriot showed a key feature of this technique: the block and lock, then shoot. It does not hurt to have a distance weapon on your side. I mean, what if Padme was being taken prisoner a couple hundred yards away? That is pretty far to force throw a lightsaber. It's a lot more practical to just whip out your E11 and start blasting.
I started blasting. Bang!
Having ranged attack weapons gives you more offensive options instead of just defensive with lightsabers. What other weapons negate a lightsaber's effectiveness? Grenades, flamethrowers, simultaneous blaster shots, shots to the front and rear at the same time, shotgun blasters, minigun blaster, which I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible to defeat 4,000 blaster shots per minute. Even for a Jedi Knight, and blunt force objects are also hard to counter. Artillery or cannon shots, or energy beams that are larger than the width of the lightsaber. All of these things are much more effectively countered with a light shield and Beskar armor. Most importantly though, how would this make movies more interesting and cinematic? Because after all, 90% of being a Jedi or a Sith is about looking cool. And I cannot think of a situation where it would not be cool to see a Jedi and Sith using all kinds of interesting combinations of weapons in battle. It would definitely make for much more volatile and unpredictable combat. Do you agree that there's practically an entire arsenal not being used by Jedi and Sith alike, which if adopted could give them an immense advantage? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Later.